The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm here with my co-host, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you today?
Well, I'm a little off. You know why?
No.
Our guest, I think there was a miscommunication, but we found out yesterday about 2 p.m. that we didn't have a guest today.
Oh, they bailed on us.
Yes. But we are going to have a great program.
Yes, we are. We're ready.
It's just me and you, right?
In D.C.
And D.C., our producer, is going to chime in.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Sure, absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Yes, you always make us sound wonderful.
Sure, my pleasure.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have an exceptional real estate office with many full-time realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
Right. If you'd like to hear a topic that we haven't covered in the past 12 years.
14, isn't it?
Oh, my God. Yes, it is. It's a long time.
14.
Since the FBI raided the building next door.
Yeah.
It was a day that'll live in infamy.
We'll never forget
You'll
that.
never forget
that was
day.
a moment.
Yes. And then
a memory.
Bill came in knocking on the door and saying, hello. And said, are you from the FBI? No, I'm from the radio station. But anyway, if you'd like to hear a topic, send us an email. Send it to questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and take a look at that and see what's going on, because there's some interesting things going on in front of the webcams around.
There sure are.
And we get thousands of hits a month on that camera, by the way.
Yes. People love it. And I think a lot of times it's people from out of the area that grew up in our area that get homesick and they like to see what's going on.
Yes.
And they're doing a whole big transformation at Dunmore Corners. So they have vision and it's going to be beautiful. Who do you know that would be a perfect guest for our radio show is what Pat's asking. Anybody out there, if you yourself have a business you want to promote that ties into real estate, please give us a call, 570-344-6724, and we surely will consider that. Also, view our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly jruddy.com. That's jruddy.com, where we also have all the popular podcast apps that we feature the radio show on. So after it broadcasts on 94.3, we upload it to a podcast for all the podcasters out there.
And my friend Billy Griffiths is driving in his car right now going, I want to be on the radio.
Yes, he loves when we give him a shout out.
Yep.
And I have to say hello to one of my doctors, Dr. Zulata, faithful, loyal listener. Every time I visit his office, he makes sure he talks to me about the radio show. Pat, you brought up a very good point. How did we get started, the radio show? And you were just mentioning it was the same day as an FBI raid on our building. But I want to make it perfectly clear the FBI raid had nothing to do with our office. There was something going on with one of the other offices, separate business owned by somebody else. But so I came to the office that morning, don't remember the day of the week it was. But I came to the office, and we front West Drinker, and the side of our office is Exchange Court. We call it the alley. And so I go to park in the back from the alleyway in our back parking lot, and I'm met with a bunch of FBI, those vests, those very loud vests that they wear, and they're walking several of them, 3 or 4 of them, walking up and down the alley. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, someone robbed the bank, because we're at the corners. Fidelity Bank and FNCB Bank, now going to be People's Bank, are catty corner from one another. So I thought, oh, my gosh,
They robbed the bank.
Right. And they're looking for them. But it wasn't that. So one of our tenants was under investigation, and I don't want to get into the whys, but so my real estate office, we have realtors that come and go all day long. And Newswatch 16 just happened to be on in front of our office. Happened to be with a cameraman very happily recording the events of the FBI, and everybody wanted to know, and they even interviewed that tenant, right?
Yes, they did.
And so, oftentimes people say, how did you get started? One of the things that the guests, when they come here, they say, this is awesome. How did you get started? How did you even know to do this?
Well, the FBI came and told us we should do it.
So I'm building up to how this happened. So this was the day that I received a solicitation call from this studio, from Bold Gold Media Group, and one of your former employees. And so very nicely, he asked to speak with me. Now, I am absolutely hysterical over the events that are unfolding on my property because I own the building. My mother and I own the building. And so I'm not really of clear mind. Let's just put it that way. So I have everybody that's already in the office, like, you're not leaving because there's a cameraman out there. I don't want any of our people on the news tonight for any reason, walking in or out of the office or getting into your car. I want low profile. And I actually asked that cameraman, could you please, it has nothing to do with my business. I'm in business. And people are going to see my building, and they're going to think it's me. Could you keep our signage out of this report?
Right.
And they wouldn't guarantee it.
Jackie threw him off the property.
I did. I had no choice.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no choice because I tried to be nice. I begged. I pleaded, and he would not agree to that. So I had to even call their manager, who would not agree to it. So, okay, fine, I get it. So then I said, okay, well, then you can do all your camera business from the corners or another parking lot or across the street because you got to get off my property. So I come in, I'm just getting settled, and I get this call from Bill. And I said, hi. This is so-and-so from Bold Gold Media Group. We have a great idea for a talk radio show. It's real estate, and we want to talk to you about that.
And what did you say?
So that's not your typical average, I want to sell a house, I want to buy a house conversation. I said, I'm sorry, this is really not a good time to even think at this moment, so I will kindly call you back in a couple days and when things around here settle down. I didn't tell him what was going on, and
all he had to do was watch the news.
Right, so he was fine with that.
Watch Newswatch 16.
But he was fine with that. But that's our story.
Yeah.
That was the day that your place here called us and said, "Would you consider the radio show?" So then, about a week or two later, we came up here. We sat down, we talked about it, and we decided to go for it. And it's 14 years later, and it's worked for us. But that's the start of it. That was the start of it. But we laugh about it now. We were not laughing about it then.
No, not at all.
All right.
All right, so what do we have today?
What do you consider part of the American dream?
Having a home. Owning my own home.
That's part of it, correct?
What's the other half?
Is that your American dream? Is that the American dream for you? Because everybody's different. And there was a recent survey by Bankrate. So what are the things that people consider part of the American dream?
DC, what do you consider part of the American dream?
Yeah, that's right at the top of my list, is eventually wanting to buy a home. And I like that home to be, by the way, in the low country of South Carolina, overlooking the water and the high grasses and maybe a
marshland?
Sunset. Yeah, the marshland and sunset and sunrise. But
sounds beautiful.
But yes, owning the home, that's definitely top of my list.
And that's the top of everybody who responded to this survey by Bankrate.
Yeah.
So owning a home, 78% said that is what they consider part of the American dream. Second in place is being able to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
65% said that. Because how many people do you know are of the age to retire but can't or don't?
I know quite a few.
Quite a few. So that's part of their American dream. And then 65% said they want to have a successful career.
Okay.
54% said owning a car. 45% say having children. And 35% say getting a college degree.
Honestly, that list, at least those top four, owning the home, being able to retire, successful career, and owning a car, that's like my top four right there.
There you go.
As far as having kids, I'm getting a little old for that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be 50. Actually, I'm 50. I was 50 last week. So
Ooh, happy birthday.
Thank you. So, Yeah, wow, that is I expect that list. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, that's there's nothing surprising. That is when you're living here in America, yeah, that looks accurate.
So, but things have changed since I went to college, and I'm sure since you went to college, Pat.
When I went to college, Jimmy Carter was president.
Okay.
So, at that time when I was growing up, it was always like college, and that was a goal, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it just seems like college is a lot for a lot of people, a lot of students is, something that they do, and then it's the graduate school. And most of them are going off to graduate school, and it didn't seem that was really a priority back when I was in college.
Yeah, me neither. I was in college 30 years ago, and there was not really much talk about graduate schools. It was
Not at
just,
all.
get your
Unless
four-year
you're going to be
degree.
a doctor or something.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And college now is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, we're going through it.
Hundreds.
Right. We're going through it, and it's not anything to sneeze at.
No,
So
it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but then you think like, well, you choose your 4-year college, and then it's almost a given in the professional world to go on to graduate school for many of these college graduates.
I got to ask myself, is it worth it?
Right.
Is it worth it
Well,
to
are
spend
you
$90,000 a year for an education? And are you being educated or are you being indoctrinated? Are they teaching you the facts or are they teaching you what they want you to think? And I don't see the value. I don't see it at $100,000 a year worth it. Now, if you can go to I went to a city college, and the degree is the same.
Your degree, did you use it?
Well, I could have gotten promoted, but it wouldn't have closed any doors. It opened doors that would have been closed.
And
I didn't use it. No, not at the time. No, but now it's a requirement for the job I had. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But not when you got on.
Not when I got on. No.
Right. Right, and that's how I viewed high school. Like for our son that just graduated high school, we wanted to give him the best, academically and support him that way. But looking back, and I think to myself, it was a private school, so it was expensive, and I see that institution really does a wonderful job presenting to the community how they're very altruistic. And but at the end of the day, his senior year, the second half of his senior year, I saw that even though they are very giving in the community and very much about giving back, they are unwilling to confront and deal with some of the injustices that take place inside their four walls. So that was a very...
Do I sense some sour grapes?
Yeah, there's a few, because I feel like at the end, and I didn't feel this way for 3.5 years, but you really have to have a thick skin in terms of where you choose to send your children, because if you send them to a school like that, you have to realize that unless you have the bank account or the last name to go places, that arrogance, that nepotism, that narcissism.
Are you telling me money, power, and influence means things?
Yeah, and I'm glad.
Are you trying to tell me that?
But Patrick loved his teachers.
He did, and he had the wrong last name.
Right. And so, he learned a lesson.
We all learned a lesson.
We all did, and it was a valuable lesson for him. And I think that's part of the reason why he wanted to get out of this area.
Yep.
Because he saw this area, and that's it in a nutshell. And so, you try to make the best decisions, but sometimes the only way you know whether you did or not is in hindsight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on. What does the American dream home look like?
I know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what colors it's not supposed to be.
All right. Well, Lombardo Homes did a survey, and they asked people what they wanted in their American dream. Mm-hmm. And so a home, 94% of the respondents in this survey said part of the American dream was owning a home. So what does it look like? Where 69% would prefer to build rather than renovate.
Okay.
So they
Right,
would,
everybody wants a new home.
right. So get a new home,
Right.
have the design you want,
Right,
where you
absolutely.
want it.
Right.
Makes sense, right?
Then you
And-
can build that open design concept and see after COVID that it doesn't work, and you wish you had a kitchen that you could close the door so you don't have to listen to the TV in the living room and the kids screaming and the dog barking.
And it's all echoing
Yes,
throughout the
that's great.
entire
Because
floor.
hardwood floors are
Oh,
in.
it's
Yeah.
such a great concept until you have to live in it.
And once again, that's a decision that only you know
After
after
you
the
do it,
fact.
after you spend
spend
everything.
all that money.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right. So I don't want to live in a dormitory in a big garage, one big room.
Right.
Right.
I want a red brick Cape Cod built in the 1940s.
Oh, we have the home for you. We have the home for you.
Are you a retro kind of guy?
Yeah, I think so. A little. I must be a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I definitely want the red brick Cape Cod, and I don't think you can find too many new ones. in that
Nobody's
style.
using brick anymore. They're
No.
using vinyl.
No, that sounds nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my. That's
All
my
right,
thing.
that's your thing. Good.
Yep.
Keep your eye on the goal. When I find that red brick Cape Cod, you're going to be the first to know.
Thank you.
All right. Now, what's the average size of this American dream home?
3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms.
3.8 bedrooms.
Oh, 3.8.
Yeah.
You got to have the 0.8.
Yeah,
you
point
can't
eight.
have 4 or 3. You gotta
I mean,
have
why couldn't
So
they
is that like a
just say
3/4 bath,
4?
like a 3/4 bedroom?
They
Is
should
that
just
how
say
that works?
4 and
Yeah.
3 bathrooms,
Oh.
and it's 4,600 square feet.
That's too big.
Yeah,
that's
I have to
huge.
agree.
Oh, my God.
But this is
You have
this
to
is-
clean that house.
I know, and it's not easy.
No.
There's always something to clean. Now, what are the most important features of this home?
Garage.
That's the most desired
Oh,
feature.
no, it's the most- it depends.
Okay,
It's the
that's
point
a
of view.
want. That's a want.
No, it's a need.
No, but
You know the difference
most-
between a want and a need?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, so the most important features are the need. Okay, the need. And so everybody wants, well, from this survey, the respondents said they wanted a little large kitchen.
Okay.
I could see that, right? Large backyard and property,
Got to cut the grass.
and an ideal location.
That's important.
Very
Most
important. Yeah, right? So luxury-wise, this is a luxury. So this is a want.
Ooh, luxury.
All right, what are the most desired features?
Garage.
There you go.
Nice big garage.
2 or more.
More.
car garage.
That's my favorite
yeah.
word, more.
Is there a garage that's too big, Pat?
Nope. Nope.
I have neighbors down my neighborhood. I think the garage is like, it's like the most dominant feature. I don't know if this was like a remodel or something, but when you drive by that house, that's all you see is garage. And oh, by the way, here's a little porch and the front door is over here somewhere, over on the side.
Patrick said there's a house like that up in Dunmore. He sees it up in Swinnock. There's a house that's all garage.
Yeah, it just seems like it's all garage. It's kind of odd.
Yeah. Right. So that's
Okay, so we're getting back to the wants.
the wants. Energy efficient appliances.
That's nice.
I think they're all
That's
are
all right.
anymore,
Yeah,
right?
That's all right.
And then a hobby room, like a room to
Fix things.
have
In the
trains,
garage.
a train
There you go.
room,
Yeah, that would be
right?
nice.
Okay, or if you're an artist, a little
Okay.
hobby room.
A she
or
shack.
so, right?
She shack?
She shed.
She shed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's not a room in the house. This
Oh,
is
I'm
a
sorry.
room
It's-
in the house.
detached.
Okay. Right. All right. Where is the ideal setting of the American dream home?
Well, see, I used to live on the beach. I lived on the beach. Like I had to
And
walk through sand
surprisingly,
to get to the house.
That is
Let me
not
tell you
on
something.
the top here.
I know. It's great in the summertime, but in the winter, for 3 months, that's all you hear. And then there's sand and everything. Everything gets rusty, and it's nice in the summer. So when you're on the beach, you want to be in the mountains. When you're on the mountains, you want to be in the beach. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's unbelievable.
We all want what we can't have or
Yep.
don't have, right? So the suburbs made the top of this list. 27% of the respondents want to be in the burbs.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not surprised by that. But 19% want the country.
What country? That's what my friend used to say to me. What country are you going
Rural.
to? I'm going to Pennsylvania. That's where I'm going.
Yes. So, and the city, actually more people want the city than a beach. 18% want the city life. And they must have surveyed younger.
Yeah, that's
I would think.
After they have it, they don't want it.
right.
And so 15% want the beach.
Okay.
12% want to be on the water somewhere.
Well, that's like water somewhere, right? Water,
Lake,
beach.
stream,
So I would say that's
river.
probably 27%. That's equal with suburbs.
That's pretty. That's a nice setting.
Okay.
And 9% want in the mountains.
Those are the people who live on the beach want to be in the
Yeah,
mountains.
there you go. So then 56% want to be close to good schools.
Yes, absolutely. Number one.
79% want to be near shopping.
Yes, because
You don't want to
buy
get in the car and drive for
a
20
half hour,
minutes.
right, to get a quart of milk. I agree.
Okay. 46% want to be near entertainment and nightlife.
I don't care.
Not for us.
No.
I'm good with reading a book and
Yeah.
All right. How about the exterior? How do they want their exterior? What do they want the style to be? Most want a contemporary. That's popular these days. A Victorian. I don't think that's
That's
ever
classic. That's never going out of style.
That's never going out. And a ranch.
Ranches are good. I mean, as the population gets older, everybody wants everything on one level. My sister, they moved into a one-level home, and it's perfect for them.
That's my next move. I can see that happening. I'm not going up the stairs as quickly as I used to.
Yeah, but it's good exercise.
It is. So when the doctor asks
And
me...
when you get angry at me, you can give me a foot and kick me down the stairs and say it was a terrible
Oh,
accident.
yes, terrible.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
The table's never turned, is it?
Never.
Never. So, so it is exercise. So when my doctor says, "Do you exercise?" I said,
yeah, every
of
day.
course I do, every day.
How many
up
flights
and
of
down.
stairs do I do? Okay.
All right. 77% said they prefer these homes to be in neutral exterior paint colors. Victorians, I can't see in a neutral paint color.
Yeah, I mean, white
usually-
and black and,
Yeah,
the shutters are black, the house
they
is
usually
white.
do a little pop of color with the Victorian. That's
Well,
expected.
Right. If you want to know where I live, all you have to do is look for the Pepto-Bismol house that was just painted, and that's my neighborhood. And it's only, I think the house reminds me of a place in St. Martin that I used to drive past with the very Caribbean colors. Yeah. So that's not my style.
Or New Orleans.
Nolans.
Nolans,
Nolans,
New
right.
Orleans.
That's not my style, but it's somebody's
New
style.
Orleans. Okay. All right. Now, whites, grays, creams, those are the neutrals that most people want, right?
Right.
Okay. How about on the inside? What's going on in there? What do most Americans want?
Well, when you're selling the home, which is very important, neutral is good for everyone. But when you very personalize it in some of these funky colors, some people walk into a room and they see the color and they go, yuck, and they can't get past it and they walk out.
And it's so easily changeable,
Yes,
though,
yes.
right?
But some people can't see past that.
So most Americans want modern, contemporary farmhouse style on the inside.
Really?
Yes, with 71% preferring a minimalist interior design style. And then most people want, they're not selling it, they want to live in neutral interior colors. That's 73% of the respondents. So there you have it.
DC, what color is your house inside?
Inside, yeah, it's white. It's white outside, white inside. Yeah.
Institution? You don't live in an institution, do you?
You like white because you're wearing
You're wearing a
it.
white shirt.
Apparently.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll call you Mr. Clean from now on.
I'm in. I'm in neutral surroundings.
Okay. As long as there's doorknobs on both sides of the doors, we're okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's all good.
94% of these people that responded to this survey do not currently live in their dream home. So there's a lot of people out there.
Say that again.
94% of the people that responded to this survey do not currently live in their dream home.
I do.
So all they have to do is call us at Central
Right.
21 Jack Ready
I
Real
live in
Estate.
my dream home, and we did it, and it's beautiful.
52% said they don't believe it's going to ever happen for them. That has a lot to do with the economy.
And interest rates that have tripled in the past 3
and
years?
inflation. Now they're coming down a little bit.
What are coming down?
Yeah, so the price tag of the average American home, we've seen that's pretty much skyrocketed in the last several years, right? And
They said in 1980, they said the average price of a home was double what the average income was. So say you made $100,000, the average house was $200,000. Now they say it's 4 or 5 times that much.
Your
Yes.
only come. Wow.
Wow.
yeah, So that's the American Dream home, according to Bankrate. And Pat, let's do a listing, please.
We have a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split-level home at 41 Oakwood Drive in Scranton for only $329,000.
Scranton.
Scranton, that's what I said. This great home has a recently remodeled kitchen. It's got granite countertops. It has beautiful hardwood floors. It's got a built-in 2-car garage, which is nice. It's got a built-in pool. It's got a large master bath with a jacuzzi tub. It's got an amazing rear yard. It's got a covered rear deck, and it abuts non-buildable wooded area in the rear. That's an amazing 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with ductless AC at 41 Oakwood Drive in Scranton for $329,000. And that's listed by Jessica Ruddy of our office.
Join NeighborWorks at the West Scranton Fall Festival. They're having a festival Saturday, September 28th. Now, if it rains, they're going to have a rain date of October 5th, so keep that in mind. And so that's next weekend. The first part of the festival will be at Cloverfield, and that's at 400 West Locust Street, and that's from noon to 4 p.m. What they're going to be doing there's going to be a lot of art activities, music, performance art, bouncy houses, food vendors, and a fun time for families and kids. The second part of the festival will be at Allen Park, and that's at the corner of North Main Avenue and Price Street in West Scranton. That'll be from 6:30 to 9:30. There's going to be live music, a fire pit, games, and s'mores, and there's a local insurance company that's going to be providing those things. Attendees are encouraged to get dinner and go to one of the local restaurants that are right in that area. So that is, once again, the West Scranton Fall Festival. NeighborWorks has announced Saturday, September 28th. Rain date is October 5th.
Also, St. Anne's Monastery has got a car show that has been rescheduled. That's Sunday, October 20th over at St. Anne's Monastery Basilica in West Scranton.
St. Anne Street.
Right. It's on St. Anne Street. I was trying to figure out what street it is. That's always a great car show, and I always go and
Well attended.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Nice prizes and everything. It's a great show.
Yeah, they got rained out twice so far,
I know.
right?
So hopefully the 20th it doesn't rain.
I hope so, too. And we're putting on our annual, this is the 4th Dunmore Community Charity Bowl event. That's in mid-October, and we really rely on sponsorships and donations from the community. It's a fun night. It's not open to the public. It's by ticket only because there's only so many people that we can have at the venue. But so we do look for businesses to help and support us. What happens on that community bowl is that we have 6 to 8 teams that bowl. And so they compete with one another. And based on our donations that we receive, we're able to award these teams with monetary prizes. So they choose a charity to donate to.
Right.
So last year, Pandarella's restaurant at Dunmore Corners was the first prize winner. We were able to give them $2,000, and they donated it to the Northeast Suicide Prevention Center. Patty's Lawn Care was second place, and they donated to the St. Ignatian Challenge, which supplies local food pantries with much needed supplies food. And then the third place winners were Caramias. They donated $500 to Hospice of Sacred Heart in Dunmore. And then the fourth place winners were the Dunmore Police, and they gave $250 to Jog for Jude. And we could have never done that without the generosity of our sponsors, and we really rely on a lot of people in the community. So if that's something that you want to help us with, please don't hesitate to call 570-344-6724. Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker. In your past real estate experiences, did you find most agents were mediocre? At Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, we defy mediocrity by being relentless. Don't settle for average. Contact the Relentless at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. We have an excellent track record of serving the community for 50 plus years. Call 570-344-6724 or visit jruddy.com. That's jruddy.com.